16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
The exclusive franchisee of Cochin Kala Bhavan in Bahrain, with over a decade of existence in Bahrain. Exclusive online regular classes have started for classical dances, music vocal, instrumental music, cinematic dance, Kathak, Zumba body fitness, karate and yoga, drawing, arts and craft, children's theatre. For more information, please call 3909 6845 3909 4806 3885 2397 or visit www.bahrainmediacity.com. Since 2006, Magnum Imprint have been offering high standards of quality with our professional team that delivers all your advertising and promotional requirements efficiently and promptly. For more details, please contact 39887088 or 33856330 or 33542530.
Asian cuisine is an art that you can taste, says an Arab woman who has dedicated a soulful passion to make food lovers in Bahrain happy. A corporate lawyer turned restaurateur, Hanan Alatawi, owner Raseel Asian Cuisine, Bahrain. Perfection on the plate, that's how Hanan would describe her dishes, ranging from the amazingly delicious halim, a tasty variety of sushi rolls, a mouth-melting, juicy, tender and succulent chicken tikka, tandoori prawns loaded with bold Indian flavors, and some flavoursome mixed grills to those light, crunchy and full of tender crisp vegetable spring rolls. Tucked in the beautiful corner of the newly built Salman city in the north of Bahrain, Raseel, the beachside cafe vibrantly decked with rich colors and texture of choicest Asian food, is ever live with Bollywood rhythms. Living true to the meaning of the name of her cafe, Raseel, which means purity and the act of kindness and gracefulness, we can spot Hanan by the side of each table, encouraging every guest to live, laugh and eat, ever seeking to assist, explaining with confidence her special Asian flavors with a smile. A Kuwaiti by birth, Hanan, of Saudi origin, studied politics and economics at the University of Kuwait and also has a law degree from the University of Bahrain. A certified legal consultant and mediator, Hanan has a mediation and arbitration degree from the University of Alexandria. She's worked as a legal consultant in different institutes, including UNESCO's Bahrain-based Arab Regional Center for World Heritage, Kingston Smith International Audit Firm, and the Federation of Gulf Chambers of Commerce. An artist herself, Hanan has also established an art fiction animation studio. She is married to an artist and historian Professor Ahmed Vekoro, and the couple is blessed with 2 children, daughter Hind and son Faris. Joining us this evening on Biztalk from BMC Global Live, a show which features success stories of business leaders, it is the owner of Raseel, one of Bahrain's authentic Asian cuisines, Hanan Alatawi. Come hungry, leave happy. I'm sure we can all relate to such a moment in life, if not many such moments. An Arab woman who has dedicated her heart and soul into ensuring this phrase a true experience to anyone who reaches out to her. Joining us tonight on Biztalk from BMC Global Live with a business success story, it is Hanan Alatawi, owner of Raseel Asian Cuisine, Bahrain.
Hi.
Good evening, Hanan. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Thank you for the presentation. Really honored to come today for the studio.
Thank you so much for coming here, because the taste of Raseel is on my tongue tip and I need to hear a lot from you, and so do our audience waiting for it. Let's start the show with this question. What took you to Asian cuisine, all the way from the Arab world?
To the Indian food.
Yes, especially Indian, of course.
Yeah. First of all, let me just tell you, yani, for me and the family, I come from a very big family, like we're 10, from very Bedouin background. So food for us was not something for luxury or extra. It was just so essential. Yani, we will gather 10 of us on one plate, and this is it. So the joy, the fun, the new thing, the new life, all coming on that plate. We will wait for that lunch. It was more of me being Arab. Food is very emotional kind of thing for us. The plate is beyond food. It's memories.
It's joining families.
Yeah, it's you in different ages, different times of your life. So food is something that I will always relate to, memory-wise, family-wise. Why Indian? Now, India is very deep in culture, right? Even the spices, the flavors, everything. But why Indian food? Because someone I loved so much used to love the Indian food. So, where I never experienced it before, but I thought I need to explore and have something, you know, again, because food is beyond just feeding someone, and you relate your memory to. We used to live in London for a while, and my husband used to always eat Indian food. And it was always bringing him the joy. Yani. By the way, all Bahrainis, they love Indian food. But I was so like the why behind it. So it's just something that will keep me related to him. That's why I've chosen the Indian cuisine.
That's a beautiful story.
Yes.
Your story is really beautiful and very emotionally bond. Yes, no wonder we see the passion in Raseel.
Yeah. So
we can see your passion in that.
I love Raseel. Raseel is not really only a restaurant. Yani in Raseel, yani after this reason, I needed to go. Me being in a way into culture and art, and I already studied logic and philosophy, so I have to have a reason. Okay, I love it. My husband, he loved it, so I decided to go to Hyderabad because we hear a lot about the Hyderabadi. He used to like the Hyderabadi cuisine. So, and I knew no one and nothing. just like I want to go and discover and let it be. I spent around 2 months in Hyderabad, then Bangalore for 2 weeks. And I had to eat spicy food for 60 days, honestly, but I never had. Met lots of people. It was a beautiful journey, actually. Then I came to Bahrain and established this place called Raseel. I met one old lady in Hyderabad. She is the grandmother of one of my staff. So I have this habit. When I go and meet the chefs and decided to take X, Y, Z, I have to visit their house. Even it was like 2 hours drive and all. And I have to sleep overnight in their house and have the breakfast and go. It's like, you know, you're taking their child from them. And you have to create that trust. And yeah, food is about taste in hand. He has to feel it from inside. It's not like a career or a profession. Not at all. يعني this is what it is. Raseel is about love, right? So he has to make it with love. Otherwise, I will not flavor it. It's not perfect. Even love is not perfect. That's why it is perfect. So, so I had to go every one of them. She was I didn't understand, but she was telling Raseel about the food. It means like juicy, I think, in Urdu. Raseel, Raseel, and then she told him that your boss, she's really Raseel, it's not the food. So I just named it Raseel. Raseel is also an Arabic name, an old Arabic name, and it means again the sweet water.
No, the pure water.
Yes,
the pure
the
water,
fluidness,
the grace,
exactly.
Yeah.
So that was Raseel, the
Great.
name.
Yeah. You've often mentioned about your passionate journeys exploring food,
Yes.
Especially to India.
Yes.
Which are the places that you visited other than Hyderabad? And tell us more about such journeys.
Okay, so in Hyderabad we started, we went to Orissa, we went to Lucknow for the kebabs.
The kebabs, yes.
So Hyderabad is a bit of, they have a very good reputation actually when it comes to curry and rice.
The Hyderabadi biryanis are very
famous, right? But strangely, I found out there are different flavors in different places. So that focus was on Hyderabad for the 60 days. I'm doing the next journey on Wednesday, and we are discovering this time Punjab. So, and Punjab for the makhan, for the kulchas and laces. So I know exactly that. This is one thing about the Indian cuisine and the Indian people. Their food is very talking about their personalities. So Punjabis, I think they're alive and they love joy and all, and rich in that part. Their food is the same, like the makhan, it's so rich. When you go to the Gujarati part, it's dry a bit, but yet sweet. Little but very fulfilling. So it's again the same personalities of those people. So Rajasthan, it comes from a very dry. So you really need to understand where the people come from. You will get their taste buds. What is the fulfillment of their pods? Then you can deliver. The Goan people are completely different cuisine. So where the coconuts, the seafoods, and even the level of spices.
Spices vary,
So in Raseel it was very challenging to find that kind of satisfying everyone. I'm not talking now about the Arabs, we're talking about the Indian. So because they come from different regions, like without playing the main recipe. It was just choosing. But again, because it's love, it will have a door open in everyone's heart. Definitely, the people will come from north or south, or they will say like it's like home. But really, they're not from Hyderabad. But it is the love behind it. This is the thing. It's not about the recipe or the ingredient. add to that yes, our main ingredients, when I went there, I went just for Kerala around 1 week, just to
I was about to
decide.
ask you, did you go to Kerala?
100% my spices. They are where I bring my spices
Okay.
from. So it is collected, and they send it air cargo just for Raseel, and we make our own spices. The reason why we don't do ready, I don't eat chili. So in the Hyderabadi cuisine, it's all about the
Yes.
Kashmiri chilies and all. So to do this and get the real taste without that thing, we needed to do from scratch. And it turned to be the beauty about it, seriously. So that was I could manage that. Okay, the Indians from every state, in a way, they are really happy with Raseel, the flavors and all. When you come to the other side of Raseel, it is the only place that you will find Bahrainis from different levels.
I was about to ask you, let's move to the Bahrainis.
Yes.
How are they taking it?
The Bahrainis. Now, that's the thing. It is when you see the crowd in Raseel, you will find it almost equal.
Yes.
Actually, well divided. Like it will be Friday lunch, the Indians, night Indians, Bahrainis, Saturday lunch Bahrainis, and it goes on. So because Bahrainis, they will go family Friday.
Friday, yeah.
And when you find Bahrainis, again, Bahrainis, they're different, from different, Rifa, Muharraq, and they have their own. Everyone seem to be happy there, and they find it, they keep asking, like, am I Indian? Because how I deliver this Indian taste.
Yes.
And again, love has one language. Everybody understands.
And how are they on the spice level?
Oh,
Bahrain,
very
the Arabs,
high.
basically.
Very high.
They're okay with it?
They're very high. I mean, much higher than most of the Indians here.
Really? That's interesting.
Such, you would find, mashallah, youths 24, 23 with lots of chili and mirchi aside and like tick, 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 tick.
Okay.
Yes, strange,
right.
yeah?
Yeah,
and they will ask for the red chili, actually.
The red chilies. Okay.
It was very interesting. But see, the historical relation between Bahrain and India, it's hundreds of years. Even I will always tell them there is nothing in the Bahraini cuisine which is not based from India. And again, when we talk about the Hyderabadi cuisine as the closest to the Bahrainis, the Iranian, the Arab, the Muslim influence in Hyderabad is a bit quite strong for years ago. So even the traditional like breakfast and Bahraini breakfast, most of it like the balalit. Typical.
Yeah.
But there is in the orisas, people, they do the somaya, they call it. It's just the same.
Semia.
Yeah. And there's the balalit, and then there is nothing. I'm telling them, it's very well related between Bahrain, and you cannot just say how they like it or not. It is basic. This is their daily food. Biryani is their daily food. Okay. So their tolerance towards chili and spices is very high. A bit picky, yes, they are. But I must say, like, there is not much exposure towards the other cuisines in India. For example, the South Indian cuisine. Still, it is a bit, there is a dark kind of, not exposed to it, yeah. Even the North Indian cuisine, they would know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dishes. That's it. But it's massive and it's a huge. And then when you go from like Punjab, Kashmir, Lucknow, it's different. It's completely. And I always tell them, when you come to, just imagine this is India and this is the full concentration of all the flavors and all the recipes. The more you go north, the more it gets lower. You go to Kashmir, it's almost close to the Afghani. You will have the Afghani, the Irani, the Azerbaijani, all those cuisines, all the dishes, you will find it in India in a way or another with the same kind of mix of spices. it's a content. I mean, it is the origin of the spices. So the more north you go, the more lower you get. And now South Indian, that's what I noticed. I don't know, you know more than me. They depend on the taste of the raw material itself, more than making it very sophisticated and mixed and stages in cooking. So it's more of organic, more of healthy, and that will be our next journey, inshallah.
You just said maybe you know more than I'm really surprised and overwhelmed at your knowledge about the nation and its various cuisines. It's really impressive, the homework that you've done, and that is what reflects it at the Raseel Asian Cuisine Bahrain. And tonight with us is its owner, Hanan Alatawi. Let's take a short break. Welcome back to the world of cuisine and the taste of Indian food and beyond with Hanan Alatawi on Biztalk from BMC Global Live. Hanan, tell me, which are the 3 top things that you would recommend for us to have at Raseel?
Okay, when it
Then I
comes,
will tell you my favorite.
Okay. For the, let's come to the naan.
Okay.
The naan, I would go for kalonji naan, the one you tried one time. For the main course, the biryani 100%. I'm a mutton biryani person. Yeah, tandoori rice, that's tomato rice, that's South Indian. And 100% the dunga, the tandoori mixed grill.
Mixed grill.
Yes.
Okay. What about the desserts?
Oh, dessert, kheer.
Kheer?
And that's the only actually thing I do. I will tell you why. Because we make our own paneer, right? So we go to the farm, we bring the milk and we make it. And it's not enough to make any other dessert. So I'm a paneer fan. I would use all my milk toward the paneer, not the ras malai, not the gulab, not. So kheer is something I like most. That's another thing about it. I don't do it. I don't interrupt the recipe, but I choose my
ingredients.
Yeah, and I choose which kind of dessert I would like to introduce. And cashew parfait we used to. Oh, that's a piece of art.
Okay.
I mean, cashew in the Indian cuisine, it's very well used. And that is something most of the people really don't know, that even the tandoor, like say chicken tandoori or all the tandoor items, mostly 70% of it, and the curry are, they use cashew paste. It's not cream, and they marinate actually. It's not like So it's a very rich kind of cuisine, lots of flavors, and it was so artistic, whoever created those kind of recipes. How they blend sweet and salt and spice, and very well, very balanced, very makes you feel like all your taste buds are happy. I mean, you're enjoying. There is nothing is missing. Nobody is forgotten. The happy person, the angry person in you, the sad, everybody's happy. Yani, that's what the food will give you. Yani, sometimes when I go to the restaurant, I know my stuff. Like everyone, I have 4 people in the tandoor, but I would know this bread who made it.
Okay.
And I would know if he's okay or not okay, just from the shape. It's just I'm very close to them. So when they see me, I feel like I would say Sampad, Zahir, I don't feel good, I want something. They would make something, makes me happy. So my joy, my satisfaction.
All your staff are Indians? Okay.
They're mostly Uttarakhand and Orissa and Hyderabadis.
How long is Raseel, or how old is Raseel?
It is 5 years.
Okay, so right from the beginning you had staff from India? You recruited them from India?
It is from my journey to Hyderabad.
Okay.
So what I've done there is I ate street food, I ate food at the homes. I don't know anyone, but I will just throw can I eat at your house? And I was like, okay, they saw me. And then the 3 stars hotel, the normal restaurants, and then the 5 stars. Why? Because I wanted to decide which biryani I would like, then or a curry, which recipe. After that, I will recruit. I will ask someone who can do that. So it wasn't really difficult, صراحة, لأن I knew what I want. And the Indian chefs are really talented, honestly, and very, very hard worker. I worked with lots of other nations and all, but and dedicated. So I reached the point where I don't need to talk. I would just look and they will know. And interestingly, most of the ingredients that I don't enter, but I know that something is missing, they will know. So they understand me, and they translate me in a dish. Literally, what you're eating there, each and every dish, nothing goes wrong out of my kind of taste. So Raseel, it's a me, how I see India. And it is very colorful, beautiful, deep, growing kind of beauty. I just explained it. When you see a lady and then she's really pretty, and then with time it fades. But when you see another girl, like, okay, she's fine, then she's fine the next time, third time. But then you start to miss her. Then you start to see something. That kind of features, the beauty that grows slowly. So this is India and the culture. You keep sipping it slowly, but when do you know that this is the place that can translate all your emotions? Is when you feel thirsty. You will just remember that I want to, drink India. I need to go taste India. So I didn't go Corona. It's not only food. It's really culture. People, when they come, they think, okay, I give food, but they're feeding me. I know, and I'm a lawyer, and my brain cannot stop. I have to. It's not the money behind it. I cannot spend my life just like doing business. No, I want to be fed.
I want to be involved.
I want to know people, where they come from, their features, then how they think. From their food, I would understand from which state they are. Accordingly, I will. And you meet lots of people and different textures and different various depth. But the only thing about all Indians, they have that kind of what we have, Arab. They don't make you feel you're strange or you're not part of. They're very hugging kind of culture صراحة.
It's compliment for all of us.
لا, it's real. يعني حتى they at least they are so real. You can figure out if he's happy, not happy, which is very rare. Now life is all about grey, champagne, white, and beige. Hardly you will find people red, green, blue. That you will find it in Indian people. Seriously, yani they won't compliment if it's not good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I take it on behalf of all Indians.
Habibti.
Thank you, Hanan. It's really beautiful to hear you speaking about my country. Many things which I really don't know, and it's indeed interesting, the bond and the connect that you share with your staff or with your people. Perhaps that is one of the secrets behind the taste of Raseel.
Sure.
Right. And you mentioned about your spices coming from India. What about the other condiments? Like you just mentioned about the kaju or the cashew, the cardamom, the cloves, everything?
It's all from there. Yeah, except for the kaju, we bring it from here, but all the spices that we mix and the garam masala, all of those we bring it from Kerala. And
so how often do you do that? Very often, right?
Yeah. We do air cargo like monthly. I know it's business-wise it's not great, but see, it's just you're in your home and you're cooking and you're giving to your family, right? So this is the thing. It's very fresh, the taste, the half of the spirit in the spices. I cannot just let go. I cannot just bring something ready and pack. You have to feed people love. And because I'm taking, what I do appreciate, like I'm thinking, people when they come to the restaurant, they take 3 hours from the house driving, or 1 hour, or 1 minute. This part of my life is gone, will never come back. So it's better go for something worth it. I really appreciate every minute someone come and spend it here. لأن on the other way around, I won't spend my life just for a business. I am taking from them, but they don't. The minute they start the talk and the chat, and they keep talking and talking, and I'm seeing they're feeding me. I'm taking from them before they do. So that is very well appreciated. That has to be also reflected in the spices. Spices is half of what they're eating, right?
Yes.
So it has to have that spirit. Doing it in Raseel, yes, it's kind of expensive or whatsoever, but it's really worth it.
Great.
That's what creates the bond.
Yeah. Another very important aspect of Raseel is the location.
Yes.
It's a very beautiful beachside in this newly set up, the Salman city.
Yes.
How did you land up there in such a small tucked-in
So, yeah.
spot? It's very far, of course.
It is very
for people
far.
in Manama or the southern part
Exactly.
of Bahrain.
I'm based even in
But
Rifah.
then it's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it.
It is. It is. I mean, it was. So it was. We built it 5 years back. That time there is no electricity. There is no traffic light. There is no plan. There is no data. There is no feasibility study.
Okay.
The only feasible thing was there is the sea, the beach, and the love. So there I lived my love story. So I decided to take there the place. So we bought it. We took a loan, and then we thought, let it be. Let's do that restaurant. If it worked, yalla, thank God. If it didn't work, then we are enjoying the beach. There wasn't any business thought behind it, because see, I was a legal consultant, and I was traveling all the way to like Nigeria, Kenya, Iraq, and with the United Nations as well. So, and kids became teenagers. I had to give up my career, but I cannot just do nothing. So that's what I did. See how India does for me. And it is a country where I found my family stability in. So that's the way I've been able to sit in Bahrain and do the business and take care of the kids until now they're going to university. That is the main reason behind like opening a restaurant in Bahrain. So, and thank God it was the Indian restaurant, because it's full of culture. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to continue. So there, yes, I didn't look at it from business perspective. It was just the beauty and just let's do it. And you know that barkat, what we say, or just the bless. And then I went to India and Hyderabad. Then we came back. We spent like 9 months. Nobody is coming. Me and the staff. I mean, I was like, it's okay. I never knew what is social media, by the way.
Okay.
It's just one lady. She came and then she did some thing on the social media and Instagram. And since then, it's slowly to grow by word of mouth. So people will tell me, it is the location is very far, but it is the only Indian restaurant in whole Gulf that is on direct beach, by the way.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If you notice,
It's actually a beautiful location.
isn't it? And it is families. My guests are families. They need to see nature. They need to get related to something. I mean, a mall or a this is not real.
Of course, yeah. This is so different.
Yeah, it is real. Even when in our kitchen, we like, for example, the food. 80% of it is cooked on charcoal, koila, and wood. It is very authentic, very organic. It should be like this. It should be in an organic place.
Right.
So that's.
So Raseel is home to you.
Very
It's
much.
family there. So what is your goal and vision for Raseel? Maybe in the next 5 years, what do you see about Raseel? Your
Raseel.
child that's growing up, isn't it?
Yeah,
Baby.
yes, Raseel. My dream is to open in India,
Okay.
and because in Raseel I saw how the Indians and Arabs are merging beautifully. So I just wanted to introduce the Indian food, but from my point of view.
Okay.
I just want to try this, and I think Raseel can do it. It can do it.
That's a beautiful dream.
It is. لأن see دائما the outsider always. Only the outsider actually who can see what you cannot see. Like what you think it's for granted and it's normal. I see it, it's very charming. And I take it and I keep it like, like a jewel.
Precious, yeah.
Very.
Yes.
Not because you're not underestimating, no, but this is your right. You are precious. So, خلاص, this is logic. This culture, and it's precious, it's rich by itself. But we come as an outsider. It might be very small for you, like the chai, for example. It's normal. But for me, it was like, wow. So it kept as it is precious, all the way taken in a procedure, in cooking, in presenting. This is how outsider would see your culture, what you would think it's normal. There is nothing normal.
All the very best for your dream.
Thank you, Habibi.
Because in that way, India will also be blessed with this beautiful love for food story. And I promise to tell what's my favorite at Raseel. I love everything about Raseel, but my best and favorite is the matka chai. And on that note, let's take a short break. Welcome back to Biztalk from BMC Global Live, and with me tonight is Hanan Alatawi, owner and founder of Raseel Asian Cuisine.
Yeah.
So that was your journey and love story with food and India and India's rich culture, all that. Now, tell us something about your family. You did mention about your children, and I think you are born in Kuwait, right?
Yes.
You are a Kuwaiti.
Yes, I'm Kuwaiti, born and raised. My father is Saudi Bedouin. He moved to Kuwait in the 50s. So, and then I got married to Bahraini. I studied politics and economy, and then another degree for logic and philosophy. And then I continued in Bahrain, a Bachelor of Law. I worked as an arbitrator and as a legal consultant at UNESCO, ARC-WH in Bahrain for World Heritage. And I worked for the FGCC, Federation of Gulf Chamber of Commerce, legal consultant and deputy undersecretary for a while. So that is for the background, academic background. But the school of life that I
Learned more from, like all of
learned
us.
everything from. Yani my God, he's my husband, he's my God, he's my faith. He's Dr. Ahmed Baqir, he's an archaeologist, historian, anthropologist. He was working in Sorbonne. He is also an artist. He never answered any why, but he made me able to answer every why. He taught me how to live, how to eat, how to think. Since he's an artist, and also we used to spend hours and hours in the workshop. So and he used to cook. He's a very good chef. So so he is the school of life. He is the university. He is the one who made me the way I am. It's easy to say, if I worth something, but you can find a gold, but in the middle of a mud, it's worth nothing. It's only when you take it and carve it and you make it, create it. So he is the one who created me. I blindly believe in him because he's that kind of people who would enable you to live, not let you count on him to live. He would be happy if you raised your wings and fly and keep him backwards, not like pulling you and just under his side. So, but then he had some issues, cancer, and he passed away 2008. By then I had Hind and Faris. Hind, she's now 18 and Faris 17. And now they're going to study abroad, inshallah. It was a difficult journey, but again, see, when you have someone in your life that feed you knowledge, and he's, there are some people physically there and not there, and there are people are not in our real life, but their influence is always there. Their soul is always there. I mean, it started with what? With that he loves that masala and biryani, and he is not here, but it brought me success. Just the influence of him, the way of making things, the logic, the love, the passion, the dedication. It came from his own school. So I think we should think, or let's say, redefine who's alive and who's not alive. So it's not the
physical
body.
presence and
It's
absence.
At all. So this how is my life went.
Again, every aspect of your life seems to be a beautiful love story with something or the
Isn't
other.
it? Yeah,
God bless. God bless.
Thank you.
And you are also an artist, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Okay. So I started to paint after he passed away. Again, if someone really loves you to that extent that he passes you his skill, That's what I believe. I never hold a pencil, yeah.
Okay.
And I used to carve wood, the big doors, the teak wood, and I do pencil paintings of a bigger scale, while I never did in my life. And thank God. Our house, you should bad know this. It's a kind of the architect is very Bahraini architect. Inshallah, you will come and visit. It will be sooner as a museum. He is the architect. It is all of teak wood that was brought from India and done by Indian craftsmen. Even the wood in the floor, it was going and designed according to the wind power, and that was the old man's yeah. So and copper also.
And where is this?
It is in Rifa.
Rifa?
Yeah, inshallah you will come.
Okay.
So that is again my passion towards copper and real materials and wood. And you would see even in Raseel we will always use copper handies and all. So I just avoid anything else. So yes.
It's all about influence and influences,
Isn't
isn't it? I can
Yes,
see the
yes,
influence in the journey throughout. A very impressive influence. Now, before we wind up, you spoke about your dream to open Raseel in India for sure, but then what's new for Raseel in Bahrain? Anything on the cards?
Yes. I was hoping to not to hide it, but yeah, I will tell you.
Okay.
So we're opening something called Chai Wali by Raseel. Yeah, not Chai Wala.
Chai Wali.
Exactly. Because all men should know that the best chai, where they get it from the woman,
I
either the
agree with
mother,
you.
yeah, the wife.
I agree with you.
So it is very common, the chai wala, in
The
a
chai
sense,
wala,
but
yes.
chai wali is like uncommon, right? So no, I'm opening a chai wali.
So that's the name of the outlet?
Yes.
Chai Wali?
Yes.
Interesting.
And it will be a kind of a drive-through actually. It will give samavar chai, matka tea, the tandoori chai, filter coffee. That's my next journey to the temples, to bring that filter coffee. And the nimbu pani,
Okay.
am I right? Okay.
The nimbu pani or the
Yes,
lemon juice.
lassi and faluda. But in a way, and another snacks. The thing is, I wanted to create like, let's say, you know, the specialty coffee places, the very famous ones, the international ones, like
The
Starbucks,
chains,
Coast,
yeah.
and chains. It is, but Indian. So as a snacks, we're doing a drive-through dosa and kuttu parota.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Interesting.
like oniapam and parampuri milkshakes.
Okay.
Am I good?
You are. You
Yes.
are.
In a way that Arabs will understand and flavor that kind of cuisine.
Okay.
Dedicated towards the audience will be Indians. There will be the young ones, 25 to 35, because instead of carrying a cup of I don't know where, but this is very, very rich kind of concept. Difficult, I know, how to moderate and keep the main flavors, the main taste, but keep it looking elegant. But it will happen, inshallah, sooner. Within 2 months, we're
Within
opening.
2 months. Okay.
Yes,
And
yes,
where
yes.
will it be located?
It will be in Dana Mall.
Dana Mall.
Yes, in the parking.
So
it's
that there's a drive-through
exactly.
facility.
Even in your car, a very lavish tray will come, and then your dosa, salad dosa, everything is there. Your
Very
kuttu
good,
parotas.
very good. Okay,
yeah.
we are really looking forward to the
Inshallah,
kuttu
inshallah.
parota and the uniappam and the parampuri. These are all typical from Kerala,
Oh
from my
yes,
place.
yes. That's where I'm going, inshallah, next. Yeah.
Looking forward to that,
Thank you,
Hanan.
thank
This
you.
talk can go on and on because it's all about taste and all about your love for the taste. But then all good things have to come to an end, right?
Yes.
So can I have your wrapping comments, please?
Yes, I just, I'm honored by all means, not because of the interview. I'm really happy choosing the Indian culture to belong to carry my life along. So thank you for being you. Thank you for keeping this culture. Thank you for Bahrain Media City. I just, Tara, it's a jewel. It's an unknown jewel. I'm sure that even my guests in Raseel, they need to get exposed to what you're doing, guys. I mean, it's big effort. يعني really appreciated the way you're trying to connect. And really no need to connect. Yani it's just one country. I would like to thank you for coming and supporting. MashaAllah, you are very Raseel in the concept.
You too. The admiration is mutual.
And thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you so much.
Habibti,
Thanks a lot.
Welcome.
It's unusually raining in the desert in the summer season. And the right way to enjoy the magic of the season is a Hyderabadi matka chai by the seaside, along with your choice of lip-smacking snacks and beyond at Raseel Asian Cuisine, Bahrain. With us this evening on Biztalk was the woman at its helm, Hanan Alatawi. Until we meet next week with yet another guest, this is Raji Unnikrishnan signing off. Good night.
Branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
The exclusive franchisee of Cochin Kala Bhavan in Bahrain. With over a decade of existence in Bahrain, exclusive online regular classes have started for classical dances, music vocal, instrumental music, cinematic dance, Kathak, Zumba body fitness, karate and yoga, drawing, arts and craft, children's theatre. For more information, please call 3909 6845 3909 4806 38 85 2397 or visit www.bahrainmediacity.com. Since 2006, Magnum Imprint have been offering high standards of quality with our professional team that delivers all your advertising and promotional requirements efficiently and promptly. For more details, please contact 39887088 or 33856330 or 33542530.